All right. Hey guys. So today we're going to go over number one, back pain, which is a big issue for a lot of people, but more importantly, understanding it. So then, without the understanding of what back pain is and why you get it, it's very difficult to fix it, right, or to eliminate it and prevent it. So first and foremost, I want to go over an article that I wrote, and if you message me, I'll send the entire article to you. But the first part of understanding the causes, okay? So one of the things that kind of guides all of our principles, we have over 30 years experience between myself and my co-founder of San Jose Barbell in strength training and pain and performance and all that. So one of our big principles is health can never be divorced from strength. That's a quote by George Hackenschmidt. And so we've taken that, a step further, and we're saying, like, basically what this means is you can't be weak and healthy. Those two don't go together. So typically, if you're physically weak, you're going to have pains. Your overall health is not going to be very good. You're probably going to have all kinds of illnesses and diseases that you're susceptible to. And so, the thing with back pain is, like, people don't realize that not in every case, but a lot of times it happens over time, right? And it can be caused by a variety of reasons, but the thing to understand is that, why is the pain there? What is it doing? The pain is actually telling you information, right? It's telling you something is wrong. Something could go very wrong. And then as that pain signal travels back and forth to your brain, you stop, right? You literally know, like, oh shit, something has happened. So you stop. That system is perfect, right? Because if you did not have that pain signal going back and forth, you would keep doing what you were doing, and then you would have serious injuries. So a simple example of this is, if you put your hand on a flame or a hot stove, immediately you pull back. Because if you ignored that and you kept your hand there, or if there was no signal, you would do serious damage, right? So first we understand that, and we realize this back pain is no different from that. Okay, so now, how does it come about, right? So typically most people, they just sit all the time, and so the things that begin to happen with that is your stomach, the muscles in your abs, they're not just for show, they're very, very important. um, your stomach and your glutes get very weak, okay? And then your hip flexors and your low back gets very tight, okay? So that's called lower cross syndrome. It was discovered by Dr. Vladimir Janda, who is, a pioneer in, understanding pain, chronic pain, um, and how it all works, right? So first and foremost, know that this part of your body, from your glutes up to here, all of the muscles in there, they have to work together, okay, to provide the stability and safety to the spinal cord, which runs down your spinal column, right? So if they're not working together because they simply haven't been used, then the default has to be, your brain has to, in case anytime you move in a way that could compromise you, your brain has to turn on the pain signals so that you stop, right? So like you can see in this diagram, like, this is lower cross syndrome, and a lot of times you'll see this, arch shape, because the hip flexors are really tight. That turns your hips like this, and that arches your back. Your hip flexors and your back muscles, those kind of go together, and your abdominals and your glutes and hamstrings go together, right? So the abs and the glutes get long and weak, and then the back and the hip flexors get short and tight, okay, and painful, which is also why a lot of people have, tight hips, okay? So most people, they don't have coordinated and strong abs and glutes. That's because we're sitting all the time. Okay. And so, that is the number one thing first and foremost to understand. And so, um, now the solution for this is quite simple. Rather than overriding by doing stretches and things of that nature, the answer is to reintroduce strength and coordination into this region. Because when you do that, automatically all of the tightness will let go, the pain will go away, right? And then you'll be able to do things that previously you thought you would not be able to do. I mean, we have clients who literally have had back pain for decades, and they're deadlifting 2-3 times their body weight. They're doing all the things that doctors told them that they would not be able to do. We had a client who literally for his entire life, the back pain was excruciating, and he couldn't even stand for very long before like the pain got so bad, like it would bring tears to his eyes. So, now what things can we do? Okay, that's the next part here. Let's see. I don't think I cover some of the. Well, most people are they're gonna take painkillers or muscle relaxers. Like that's like when you put your hand on the stove. That would be the same as you numbing that pain so you don't feel it, so then you can leave your hand there. That's not the answer. Take your hand off the stove. And so in this case, the answer is going to be bringing strength and coordination into this region. So how are we going to do that? So that's going to be a different video, but hopefully this understanding gives you some insight into why it's happening in the first place and the right path forward to fix it. Okay, so big takeaway here is pain is beautiful information. It's not negative. It's telling you what to do and what not to do. Okay, anything that causes pain to increase, stop it. Don't do it. Anything now, like now that you know why it's caused, now let's teach all of this stuff to move correctly. It's going to take some work and consistency, because without the consistency, nothing will change. So, in the next video, we'll kind of talk about what things to do. But long story short, what we'll be talking about is how are we going to teach all of the muscles to move together, and then building strength on top of that. You don't want to build strength on crappy movement. And so what is crappy movement? It's movement that's not elegant or graceful. Movement that can't be controlled. When you move with control, then building strength is going to help you. That's where the solution for back pain is. That's it. Okay. So we'll see you in the next video tomorrow. And if you got questions, message me. If you want to work with us directly, shoot me an email, ranbir@sanjosebarbell.com. Leave a comment, like the video. Send me your questions on Instagram @ranbir.sangera. We will see you in the next video.